So I want to talk to you about what's happening in Los Angeles right now, and then I want to ask for your help. Probably not in a way you might expect. So I got back to LA late on Saturday, and I want to tell you that there's a combination of things happening here right now. On the one hand, there is an incredible dynamic of people in the city rallying to support people who have lost their homes or people who cannot yet get into their homes. And that is another whole huge segment of people whose houses technically are standing, but who may never be able to go back to them, or who certainly won't be able to for quite a long time. Yesterday, my child and I went and volunteered at a donation site, a pop-up site in Northeast LA, and this was just one of many, dozens, scores of such sites that have arisen all around the city. And when I walked in, I was just floored. And I'll show you a picture, just a little bit of what it looked like, but it was sort of a large, I don't know, airplane hangar size space, just filled with donations from people. Very orderly. All the clothing was separated by, size and style, type. There were toiletries, there were blankets, there were school supplies, there were shoes, there were sunglasses, there everything you could imagine. It was like a giant sort of thrift store, although there were new items as well as used. Tons of volunteers there, getting things distributed and folded neatly and taking out things that were damaged. And people coming and just walking through, taking things that they needed for their families, people crying, people with children. And this scene has played out and is playing out all over the city. Every business that is functioning is doing some kind of donation drive. Every school, there are about 20 families at my child's school who have either lost homes or otherwise been affected. They're doing donations for them. There is a beautiful collective effort right now to care for each other. It's very moving. If you've never been to Los Angeles, it's very easy to caricature the city. I used to do it. Of course it is flawed, but the people here are deeply wonderful and caring. And most likely, if you've experienced a disaster where you live, the people here have rallied to help you. And now they're rallying to help each other. So that is happening. We are also, however, waiting for more wins. And so we are in a period of about 24 hours before they start again. And while they're not supposed to be quite as strong as the last ones, they're going to be strong, and it is very likely that fires will spread or new fires will start. And so we're terrified. It's very scary. We're not out of the woods. And here's where we come to the help part. It's not so much about money, although of course there are many, many GoFundMes. I've got a GoFundMe in my thing in my bio. I've got 20 listed there that have been sort of curated as families who really, really need the help and aren't getting as much help as others. And if you email me, I'll send you a list. I'm kind of trying to switch out and just make sure that everybody I know who needs help is getting a little. So there's that. There's lots of good lists out there of places that you can give. But the other thing is, I just cannot emphasize enough how much the hatred, blame, disinformation is just brutal for us right now. Nobody here is interested in blame. We all understand this is a climate change related event. We live here. I've lived here for so long. I've watched the weather change. We have not had any rain this winter, less than an inch, none. Right? California, it used to, when I was a kid and came out here, it rained all winter long. This winter, we've had none. And all that greenery is dry. And winds 80 miles an hour came, and we had a firestorm. It is no one's fault except for the oil and gas companies who have made this climate crisis as bad as it is, and lied to you, and lied to everybody, and bought politicians to keep prolonging pro-fossil fuel policies. That's who's at fault. So here is the help I am actually asking for. Stop. Stop. Stop blaming Karen Bass. Stop blaming Gavin Newsom. Stop blaming liberals. Stop. We are suffering. We are scared. We are grief-stricken and devastated, and we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow and whether we will ever be safe again. We are terrified for our children's futures, and quite frankly, your children's as well. And whether or not you know it yet, this is coming for you as well. So the compassion that you show now will come back to you later. Blame is harm right now. Please stop trying to find someone to blame because you're probably wrong. Just help us. And if all you can do is stop spreading disinformation and hatred and finger pointing, please do that. This is a really hard and scary situation. We're not out of the woods. Pray for us. Send donations if you want, but stop. Just send love. That is what we need. Thank you.